The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Georgia, Kenneth. And the opponent, from Dallas, Texas, the Genius.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's friend.
Sheesh. Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hold. A textbook reversal there. The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. What a counter! So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to do a hazard guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that would be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do. Excellent counter. What ring presence. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect it? Here's the cover, JR.
What a reversal.
So come on, JR. Just between you and me, who are you pulling for in this matchup?
I'd like to see a clean victory by a superstar with a lot of heart and a lot of intensity who puts on the best performance possible for the fans, King.
Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less. The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this. I could watch these superstars go at it all night. That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you. It looks like they've decided. What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on the... That went nowhere.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later. And there's the submission! There might not be any way out of it!
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here.
And it's been reversed.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
One.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody will be pushing up daisies right now.
Two.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. We just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
Oh boy, here it comes. We could have a pinfall here, JR. Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt.
One.
I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about it, King. This was going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
Uh-oh. What kind of hole you don't want to find yourself in?
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
There's the reversal. I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. Oh man, that's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic. Oh man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here. No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warnings so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any of your trouble. I'm not so sure this was about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you step into the ring with someone who wants to beat you down in order to win the match, it's personal.
I guess I can't argue with that, King. I just wonder if they'll be able to settle their differences in this match, or if it's going to wind up bigger than that. I'll tell you what, King, the WWE Superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR. So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later. Taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King.
1, 2.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss-up in my life, King, which is more than I can say for some people. I call them like I see them, and I'm flattered that the WWE fans agree with me as often as they do.
I don't know how much more of this I can stand to listen to, JR. You know what the difference between you and I-95 is? You can turn off I-95.
And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover.
Rope break.
It looks like these superstars are looking for an opening.
And the first one to find one will take control of this match.
Superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure.
Break.
No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. Oh boy, this looks like an all-or-nothing move. We could see a finishing move right here. Looks like someone's heading for the high-red district. Great strategy. Pick a body part and keep working on it.
And we're certainly seeing... Oh, my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
1,
You're right.
2,
it's not good.
3.
It's great. And that's all she wrote, JR. It's over.
You talk about a restaurant quality beatdown. There's no
Here's
question
your
who
winner.
won that one.
Not after the referee counted the 3 count, JR. That's about as decisive as you can get.
What an amazing match. I certainly would not be adverse to seeing a rematch.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Los Angeles, California, Hot Stuff. And the opponent, from England, Hot Stuff.
From Portland, Maine. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight.
There's the reversal. One. Remind me to never try and step between these guys, JR.
Two. That would be hazardous to your health for sure, King.
Three. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Eric Bischoff hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. Bischoff's so cheap, he won't even tip a canoe.
Excellent counter. What great presence. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way! I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other. This crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King. And they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
And it's been reversed.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky. I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find words to describe the electricity in the air here tonight.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy.
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
Rope break.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
One.
I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King. They may well annihilate each other here tonight.
4.
Oh, boy. These top rope moves can go either way.
I think the damage has been done here, King.
One good submission could end this, JR.
1. 2.
What a reversal.
3. 4.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly
5.
idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the
What a counter!
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE. That went nowhere.
Oh, boy. This looks like an all-or-nothing move. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be pretty.
And here's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure I agree. Oh, my gosh. It's over, JR.
That was what you call
Here's your
a real
winner.
slobber knocker.
No, that's what you call a real slobber knocker, JR.
Hot
What does that
stuff.
even mean, anyway?
It means we just saw one hellacious match, King. I hope we get to see them lock up again soon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from New York, New York, Sexy Girl. And the opponent, from New York, New York, Jennifer.
field from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Jeez.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for? Excellent counter. What ring presence?
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right. And here's the pin.
1, 2.
There's the kick out. No surprise there.
I can't even imagine what these superstars will put each other through.
I don't think you'll have to use much imagination, King. I think they intend to show you right here tonight.
I know you're not a fan of everybody in this match,
2.
JR, but you've got to respect their dedication to this business.
Oh, absolutely, King. I don't have to like everyone on the roster to
4.
acknowledge that they've all worked long and hard to master their
5,
craft.
6.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
This is great, JR. Would you call this one a slobber knocker?
It's too early to tell, King, but it's definitely one hellacious matchup, no doubt about it. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less?
This could be a pinfall. That went nowhere.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. Oh my gosh, this could be... What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it.
Been reversed, and there's the cover.
1, 2.
That was like 2 7/8, JR.
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
You can see a finishing move right here. I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR. Remind me to never try and step between these guys, JR.